Impressive. Hello and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the bullfrog still without the newt. If he was here, he'll be behind that camera saying face reveal at 100,000 subscribers. So please, subscribe, like, and share, and talk in the comments. What we're doing, for those of you who are just passing through, we are trying to find Disney's greatest villain. We're looking for this.
You're not gonna shoot a puppy, are you, Jack?
Yeah, in the face. Why?
Who is Disney's villain that is that dark? Actually, who is darker? We're gonna find out. And we're doing it through a formula of mathematics and an essay side. If you want to know more, go there. But let's get into it. The Siamese Cats of Lady and the Tramp. These characters have certain things tied to them. We're just a small channel trying to analyze Disney villains and talk books and movies. And yes, we like to go deep. Right here, we're just talking about villains right now. If we're gonna go deep, it's to how much of a
No!
they are. And to begin with, this is design, and the way how they're designed is very narrow. And the fact that they are Siamese cats, that's way up their alley, because Siamese cats are some of the most memorable cats you'll meet. Most cat patterns are blah. The few that stand out that are house cats and not big cats, to me, they are the hairless cat, the Persian cat, but also the highlight, in my opinion, the Siamese cat. And I'll do my best not to be biased. Even though they are Siamese, they are very bright. Our eyes are drawn to bright colors, and they are probably the brightest things in the entire movie of Lady and the Tramp. So they're Siamese cats. They are very bright. They really capture our attention. And also, they are cats. Here, they're not the only cats in the Disney villains, but they are our first. And one thing we got to point out with cats is their claws. They're retractable. And with design, I feel like it's interesting to analyze this part, because their claws could add to their design or not, if they're retractable or not retractable throughout the movie. In Lady and the Tramp, the cats of it constantly keep their claws out. They don't really retract. They always stay there. It's like these two just want to enjoy keeping them out. Are they trying to say, I am predator? Or are they just saying, yo, I'm a cat, I don't care. Claws out. They're the first, and keeping those claws out, does it hurt or help? I say it keeps them interesting. So they have their claws out. They're Siamese cats. They're very narrow. Let's talk about the actress. And the actress is Peggy Lee. I like how she sounds. How many people can say, yeah, I'm voicing two characters, so I'm going to harmonize with myself to sing this song? So I give her some credit. But there's not that much character. They're all about the song. We get very little other than menaces to any household. So I'm going to give them a 2 out of 4 in their design. Presence. We built a better way to communicate this, better than our other videos, through these bullet points. But for the cats, I want to try something interesting, and I hope I can communicate this right. The modern Lady and the Tramp and the better Lady and the Tramp, I'm not being biased, it's a fact. How do I know this? Watch these movies side by side. When you do, you're going to notice something very interesting. The original is far more powerful than the new one.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And when you go through these movies, you'll notice something. They're not the highlight, but it's the highlight for what we're doing here. Both cats have a purpose: to sing a dumb song. That's all they are. Singers. We have We Are Siamese and Ain't It a Shame. Both songs are communicating they are cats. Meow, meow, meow. While one is cats asserting their presence and saying, hey, we are Siamese if you please. We are Siamese if you don't please. Now that we are in this new domicile, we are gonna stay here for quite a while. Do you see that thing going round and round? Yes. Oh, what if we can pull it out and make it drown? If we can do it carefully, there will be a head for you and a tail for me. Do you hear? Ah, a baby cry. When there's baby, there is milk by. In the baby buggy, there will be some milk for you and also some for me. I'm sorry I can't sing. But that song is just them talking about what they are doing. This is basically show and tell happening at the same time. That's what that song is doing. While in the song, Ain't It a Shame, I don't know this song well enough. All I can say is they repeat Ain't It a Shame. And it's them trying to say we're going to improve the place. We're going to improve it with how we're going to do the upholstery. We're going to improve it how we're going to do the drapes. We are improving. It doesn't hold as much in my memory because I just saw that. When I do these Disney villains, some of the songs stay in your brain a little bit more. And We Are Siamese stays in your brain a whole lot more than Ain't It a Shame. With Ain't It Ashamed, all the sounds of the movie are overlaying the song, and the singers themselves are not being heard as much. They are very soft. So you have sound effects that are too loud, the singers are being played a little bit more muted, and its song is being constantly interrupted, whether by Lady or Aunt Sarah. The song and the cats are really, they're trying to say, hey, this is Lady and the Tramp, this is our version, but we are doing everything we can to hold it back, which is a shame, because Ain't It a Shame is this big band jazz sound. The instruments should be louder. These singers should be louder. It could be a fun, catchy song if they embraced the song. But they didn't. They were singing, but yet they were holding way back. When We Are Siamese, they just went whole hog on it. They didn't try to hide it. Of course, back then, they didn't try to hide as much to some things. For presents, we also go through their time on screen. Why? For the free-for-all. When we are going to compare all these villains coupled together, we're going to see who can climb up, who can fall. So this is not set in stone. What's going to help us are their times. And for that, we're going to have to go to our handy-dandy notebook. And the cats, the Siamese cats, are on screen 2 minutes and 1 second, estimatedly. But when they talk, mainly singing, it's 1 minute and 30 seconds. Not that much. And yet we remember them very well. It could be for ism, it could be for other reasons, but at the same time, we all still remember the song. We all still remember them, because Siamese Cats, again, are very memorable. So for presents, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 4, face it. They are memorable. We still recall them.
But you have heard of me.
Of course, now that's done, it brings us to...
Fail to understand. Strength always prevails.
This may be a short list part right here, because they're cats. Their powers are their claws, their teeth, their agility. But they also have manipulation, during the destruction of the room, they got Lady blamed. They're responsible. 80 to 90% of the damage is their fault. Let's be honest, it's more like 10% of the problem was her. But they got away with it. And they made their owner sympathize with them. Animals that can manipulate a human being, I'm sorry, you deserve some credit. And for them, we're going to give them a 3 out of 4.
Es muy bueno.
Excellent.
Counselors like seeing their names in print. I'll rule on these tomorrow. Adjourned?
What do the cats do for their acts of villainy? Okay, I've been waiting on pins and needles to talk about this one. It's very different. Because they just existed for a song, but they led to the movie taking a darker turn. Because, again, they got Lady blamed.
Oh, that wicked animal.
Lady, due to them, got muzzled. A dog's greatest power is its bite. Its greatest defense is its bite. Remove the bite from the dog can't do that much. The cats did that to the main character. We go more into this with the dogs from Lady and the Tramp. The cats did that to Lady. She can no longer fend for herself. They are responsible. Also, with that song at the end, the last time we see those cats, we notice something being implied. They're gonna get milk from the baby. They're stealing from a baby. And they're getting away with it. They are loving it. And here's the most important part. They got away with it. How many villains you know in stories and movies and books got away with it and never got to pay for it? For the rest of the story, for everything that you see, they'll never pay.
That's a thinker.
We are now entering what if territory, so this won't go into the formula as much, but I just want to talk about it. There's a 50-50% chance that the cats are still at the house. When she's free from the pound, Aunt Sarah claims her Lady is still outside. She's no longer in. When Lady see her original owners, we notice this exchange of Aunt Sarah when Lady's trying to show them the dead rat. Is she worrying about the baby, or is she worrying about her cats? I don't know. This is what if territory. It's not going to go in, but I feel like it has to be mentioned. And that being mentioned, if the cats are still there, they are cats. Cats always can find their prey. And there's 2 of them. 2 cats versus 1 rat. They're prey. They could take that rat, probably, but they didn't. Again, this is what if territory. So I can't really put it in, but yet, it's interesting to point out that if the cats are still there, they did nothing. They did nothing to fight the rat. Makes you wonder if they've taken a lot more liberty with the remake of Lady and the Tramp, have a redemptive arc for them and Aunt Sarah towards Lady and Lady and the Tramp. But that's what if territory. And a failed opportunity. To be honest, this is going to bring them up pretty high. I'm giving them a yellow. A high yellow. They achieved what very few could. The closest one to them is the T-Rex from Fantasia. And until next time, this is the Bullfrog without the newt signing out. None of you saw that coming, did you?